Hi everyone. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Talk Music channel. Another episode on Talk with Sam. Yes, I'm your host, Obayanjis. Before I continue, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yes. Now, for those watching for the very first time, and for those listening for the very first time, yes, this is a channel where all we do is to care about your overall well-being, social aspect, relationship aspect, spiritual aspect, everything aspect. We talk about it. Yes, it is a channel we talk about it. All your overall well-being is our concern. It's our concern. We are very concerned about your well-being. So sit and watch as we journey to another episode. Let me share with you. Sorry, so let's get comfortable with each other. In today's episode, we're talking about hidden struggles of the only child. A lot of the times we do feel the only child as they are only spoiled or soft, the only clear. There are something deeper, and there are very deeper things behind being the only child. I'm telling you, as I am also the only child of my family. Most of the times when I was growing up, I'm the type of child that was very inquisitive and was very cheerful, and I do wonder what happened with me. I saw my peers having younger brother, younger sister, having a elder brother. Why don't I have younger brother and younger sister? I don't wonder. But we have to wonder. And if I saw my peers, how they hang around with their elder brother and other siblings or younger brother and stuff, I was amused, and I wish I was also in their position, because I wish to have siblings. I wish to have younger brother and younger sister. I wish to be I wish to have elder brother myself, because the situation I find myself doesn't allow it. As you can see, I'm the only one. Don't pity me, don't look at me at that with that eyes. So as we are saying, as a little child, when I was growing up, I told you, I do wonder how other people have siblings and I don't have. Yes, I can't ask my parents that what. Through my actions and through my words, I make sure I tell them that what happened with me. So, as I became jealous of other people when I see them with their siblings, and I wish I also have siblings and stuff, because I was the type of guy that love children. See, now I still love children too. So I was the type of guy that love children, so I find it difficult to relate that thought in my mind that I must have a younger brother or a younger sister. Yes, I find it very difficult to raise it on my mind. As I was growing up, when I hit age 13 or so, that's when I began to erase the thought from my mind. But with age 13 and downward, let me say age 15 self, age 15, I find it difficult not to think about having younger brother and younger sister. Yes. And when I was growing up, I was the only one in the house. I was very alone. Yes, because my parents, they do go to work. My father go to work, my mother go to work. So, and most of the times they came late at night. When I finished hanging out with my friends outside, I come alone in the house. I was the only one alone in the house, which actually affected me till now. Although then I was very cheerful, I do go out, I do stuff, but now that lifestyle of being alone in the house is now part and parcel of me. I can't even erase it for myself again. So as the only child, we face many struggles when we are growing up. Yes, we face many struggles and many responsibilities are tied on our head. Many responsibilities that are supposed to be shared with our siblings are already tied to us. Most of the time, we find it the prayer of to succeed. We find it. We want to meet up and we want to succeed very quickly. We want to succeed because we know we are the only one our parents are. We know we are the only one our parents are. We know. So the art to succeed and the art to succeed faster is always with us. I want to do this so that I can make my parents happy. I want to do this so that I can make my God. And the expectations, a lot of times the expectations and the hope our parents paying on us is very heavy for us to pay. I must tell you the truth. We know we can't touch it and we know we can't run away from it. But still, it's very heavy. It's a very heavy tax for us because all the parents that have that only born a child, paying all their hopes, paying all their expectations on the child. The child is only their future. The child does not have any other question. They don't have any other child, right? So all the expectation, their hope is only on the child, and it is quite difficult, very difficult for us. It's very, and if your parent doesn't pray yourself, you feel prayer by yourself. You pray yourself as the only child. You pray yourself. I do pray myself to meet up to the expectation I set for myself so that I could quickly grow up and help my parents. I could grow up and relieve my parents of their responsibility. The responsibility you're supposed to share with our other siblings or our younger siblings is only shared by ourselves. We only carry the burden by ourselves. In a situation whereby you are the family of 4, 5 or 6 or 2, even 2, the responsibility and the expectation and the hope is shared between you 2 or you 3. But as the only child, is only shared with us, and most of the times it do affect us. And when I was growing up, although I was a very social person as I was growing up, when I in a situation wherever I travel to, wherever I go, as the only child, I find it difficult to relate with people. I was telling you, in a strange environment where I'm not using, I find it very difficult to communicate or to relate with people I'm not used to. Most of the time, even when I traveled, when I was young, I do travel to my relatives also, so I can relate with my peers because I can't see my peers in the house. So I want to feel like I feel prayer to relate with all my siblings or with all relatives so that I can know how it feels to relate with my peers, to relate with other children. So whenever I travel to any other places and 2 weeks or a week, I might not talk with anybody in the house where I travel to because I'm not used to it. I find myself in a very difficult situation then and I'm very, very difficult to relate with people. Till now, I find it very difficult to talk with strangers or to communicate with strangers. Now, after 2 years, I do communicate, but when I see them relating with their siblings, most of the times I do cry. I understand, I do cry. I do cry very well. I do cry because I wish I could have a younger brother. I wish I could have a younger sister. I do wish. That was one of the reasons why I stopped traveling to other people, to my relatives. That was part of the reason, because anytime I see them, I will feel jealous and I will feel inferior to them. Yes, let me use that language. I'll feel inferior to them. That I wish I could, and I don't have any younger brother to go back to house and talk with like this as they relate or as they fight or stuff like that. So socially, me the only child, me as a child, I do struggle socially to relate with people and communicate with strangers because I'm not used to it at home, and now it's very difficult. And most of the times, we find it very difficult to resolve conflict. As siblings, you do fight at all. I don't know how to. I never have an experience. So I know some siblings do fight. They do talk to each other and stuff like that. But as the only child, there's no one to talk to in the house. No peer to talk to in the house. You are the only one in the house except your parents. And most of the time, the situation, the topics we share with our parents And with our siblings, we can't share with our parents. So the topic we share with our siblings, we can't share with our parents. So we find it difficult to resolve any conflict. I find it difficult when I find myself in a dilemma. I don't know what to do, especially conflict. I don't know how to resolve it because I've never been into one. I can't fight my parents, can I? So I very very difficult to resolve any conflict. Or when I'm growing up like this, I can try and resolve conflict, but because there's no one to fight with me, there's no one to call me names at all. It's very difficult for me to resolve conflict when I went outside. And also, except, let me go back to the expectation part. Except for your parent expectation, the expectation from outsiders is very high on the only child. They will expect you to do so. If your parents are fighting, they will expect you to solve it because you are the one. They expect you to solve the conflict. If anything is something outside, they will expect you to do it because they are the only child. The prayer we also feel from outside is very high because many people, many people also pin their hope on us. They wish the prayer was to succeed. They will always tell us that you are the only one your parents born. That kind of thing. Although it's kind of encouragement or it's kind of stuff, but most of the times it doesn't work like that. Most of the times we find it difficult to move on because the burden we are facing for ourselves, our parents, and coupled with the outside that is very difficult for us for our sake. So especially from outside is there. So the easy struggles, there are many things I can't talk. If I want to talk about it, there will be a long time. So I'll just brush through everything one by one. So we find it. Where am I? Okay. The expectation from outsider. So outsider also putting their hope on us. So it's very difficult for us. It's very difficult because the burden they don't got it tough one. So and actually most of the times socially relationship wise we find it difficult. As I said, we find it difficult to relate with people except you are the extrovert type or introvert type. If you are the introvert type, to get into the relationship will be very hard, I must tell you. And that's what affects most of the only child because they are very dependent on their parents. They rely on their parents because their parents is the only person they see as their blood, and that's only true. That's true. Our parents is only the blood we see. There's no other blood apart from us and our parents. So we trust our parents so much. We very trust them. We want to share our trust. Yes. So that's it. Also the time the drama. You that are siblings will understand the struggles of the only child. I must tell you. You won't understand. Most of the people think that as a only child you are enjoying your clinic. No, it's not always like that. I must tell you the truth. It's not always like that. So there are some struggles we do face behind the curtains. Yes, I do face behind the curtains. So I do speed my expectation. If I want to rest, I do feel like I'm not yet old enough or I'm not yet there to rest. So I struggle to succeed and struggle to make myself and my parents happy. So all the hope and other stuff it's kind of hard because, and actually the misconception about the only child is that all of us are spoiled brat. No, not all of us are spoiled. Me as I was growing up, I don't think that my mother is not the one that born me, my father is not the one that born me, or they have another child somewhere. Because the way they beat me, they are very strict. My parents, they are very very strict. Like they don't talk. They are very strict. So most of the times, because as I said, because their holding up is me. So they are very strict with me. I can meet up to their expectation and their hope. I'm not blaming them because I'm enjoying the path and they discipline me enough to be this kind of guy that I am now. Yes, I'm very grateful for them everywhere, anyway. I'm very grateful. Now let us talk about the positive side of being the only child. As the only child, you are independent. You are very independent because there's no one to rely on, no siblings to rely on, no other siblings, no younger siblings. And most of the time, you can't always rely on your parents. Sometimes your parents will not be always with you at school or stuff. So we are very independent ourselves. We do things alone because we are always alone. We don't have any siblings. So we are very independent, and also we are deep thinkers. Deep thinkers. So most of the time we think very deeply because we find ourselves always alone in the house. So most of the time we are very inquisitive and we think about many of our actions or action we see outside. So we are a type of people. Sorry, we are a type of people that think deeply. We think very deeply, very deeply. Yes, and we are very resilient because we find ourselves in any situation or in any dynamic. We strive to conquer that because there's no one to conquer it for you. There's no one to seek advice from. If you have a young elder brother, yes, you have an elder brother, you can seek advice from me as peer to peer. Even if you have a younger brother or younger sister, if you have a younger sibling, you can seek an advice from him or her about stuff that you don't understand. But as the only child, if you face any problem when you are growing up, you solve it yourself. You will solve. Who will solve it for you? Your brain. It plays not all the problem your brain can, not those struggles your brain can solve. So most of the time we solve it ourselves. We strive to solve it. Even if we still we strive to solve. We are very resilient. We are very independent. So I'm telling you our good characteristics. Don't look about the fact and all that. Okay, we are very caring. We are very because we don't know. We don't have people to share our love with. So if you find ourselves, we find people that want to relate with us, or if you have friends, we are very loving and very caring. As the only child, I'm very loving because I value, yes, we value relationship because we are the only one. We don't have anyone to relate with. We don't have any peers to relate with. So if you create a relationship with people or we are friends relationship or romantic relationship, we are very caring. We strive to keep relationship. And most of the times people take it for granted. They think about us as a spoiled brat or so, but because we yearn for love, care and affection from other peers, not only from our friends. We are very affectionate, we are very caring. There are many characteristics that are good to us as the only child. Now if you are the only child and you want to share experience, you can DM me or comment. Yes, you can comment. And if you are the only child and you feel pressured or burdened by the expectation laid or pinned to you by your parents, don't worry, you are not the only one there. All of us have passed through it. This situation will also pass. So don't make up. Don't make up. It will surely come. It will surely end. So don't be burdened by it. Yes. You usually come to like being alone, or you usually come to like being the only child. Actually, you usually come to like it. As time goes on, you will like it. But when you come to like it, you becoming like it on hygiene. You have to keep yourself. You have to feel giddy so that when you start liking it, you'll be in a good and perfect condition. Thank you for listening. Thank you for beginning the video with me and ending it. If you find this video interesting and enlightening and educative, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, and make sure you share with your loved ones. And before I go, if you have any friend or you have any person as the only child that you relate with, if you behave weirdly or you behave somehow with you, please don't take it the hard way. Don't take it the hard way, because we are new to this system. We don't have siblings to talk with that, so we are quite new to this system. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you. See you when I see you.